Yet another setback for Chelsea as they drop points against Andoni Iraola's Bournemouth, with the match ending in a frustrating goalless draw. Both teams lined up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, but the game was shaped far more by structure, spacing, and tactical discipline than by finishing. Let's take a look at the full tactical analysis of the match and break down exactly why Chelsea struggled to turn possession into real chances, and how Bournemouth managed to neutralize their key attacking patterns. When Bournemouth were in possession, their first idea was to avoid Chelsea's initial press entirely. They frequently launched long balls into advanced areas, not necessarily to win the first header, but to contest and recover the second ball. This allowed them to bypass Chelsea's first line and immediately force the game higher up the pitch. Once they pushed Chelsea back into their defensive 4-4-2 shape, that was when Bournemouth began their more structured build-up. Their center-backs, Sensi and Diakite, stayed narrow and central, while the full-backs, Adam Smith and Adrian Truffert, moved wide and hugged the touchline. The purpose of these wide positions was to stretch Chelsea horizontally and drag the pressing wingers out of the compact block. In this moment, the trap worked perfectly. Garnacho followed Smith all the way out toward the touchline, taking the bait and leaving a huge passing lane inside. Diakite immediately exploited that gap, punching a vertical pass into Jimenez, who had drifted infield from the wing into the half space to receive on the turn. With just a single pass, Bournemouth completely broke Chelsea's press, and suddenly the back line was exposed, forced to defend a direct attack running at them. When Chelsea were in possession, they tried to build from the back using a back three made up of Fofana, Chalobah, and Cucurella, while Gusto drifted inside into the right half space. This movement changed their usual 4-2-3-1 into a 3-2-4-1 structure, giving them an extra man inside and allowing Enzo and Caicedo to receive with better angles. Bournemouth responded with an aggressive man-to-man press. Antoine Semenyo took responsibility for Gusto and even followed him inside when he moved off the touchline. Evanilson pressed Fofana, Kluivert closed down Chalobah, and Jimenez stayed tight to Enzo to prevent him from dictating the tempo. Bournemouth's aim was to force Chelsea into rushed passes, disrupt their rhythm, and deny any clean progression through the center. To escape this press, Chelsea relied heavily on their forward players dropping deep. Palmer frequently came towards the ball to link play, Garnacho moved inside to offer a short option, and both Neto and Delap dropped between the lines to help connect the build-up. These movements were designed to create temporary overloads, pull Bournemouth markers out of position, and give Chelsea a way to progress up the pitch without being trapped in the first phase. With Chelsea's forwards dropping deep to receive, they didn't just help with progression, they also dragged their markers with them. This created a kind of artificial counter-attack situation, because every time Bournemouth's defenders followed these movements, gaps opened up behind their back line. In the example here, Palmer and Garnacho both came short, pulling their markers out of position and creating a large space for Delap to attack. Once Palmer received the ball between the lines, he immediately recognized the opportunity and played a lofted pass into Delap's path as he made the run in behind. The idea was perfect, but Delap couldn't fully capitalize due to his slower acceleration, and the chance faded. Still, the pattern showed how Chelsea tried to manipulate Bournemouth's man-to-man press by using deep movements to create space higher up the pitch. In the end, Chelsea had the structure to progress the ball but lacked the sharpness and penetration needed to break Bournemouth down. Their forwards dropping deep created moments of promise, but the final action was always missing, while Bournemouth's disciplined man-to-man press and long ball strategy continually disrupted Chelsea's rhythm. A goalless draw felt like a fair reflection of a match where Chelsea dominated possession, but rarely looked truly dangerous. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tactical breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. More detailed football analysis coming your way. See you in the next one.